they have not remitted the money they owe, that people have paid them, and not have explained where the money went.
That's the Harrisburg City Solicitor there, and tonight the Harrisburg Midtown Art Center is firing back after accusations of taking and withholding taxes. The response comes after city leaders commented on HMAC's impending closure during a city council meeting last night. So tonight, CBS 21's Maxine Rose spoke with the founder of this popular live venue. She's joining us with the businesses side of the story. What are they saying, Maxine?
Good evening, Candace. Yeah, well, it seems that there has been some confusion over the amusement tax, also known as the entertainment tax. So while the founder tells me today that it's true, HMAC has not paid the taxes in roughly 3 years, he says it really comes down to that it's a small business that's struggling in a tough economy. Take a listen to what people had to say to that today.
We would still try to frequent these midtown businesses that we love so much, including HMAC. But along the way, this probably happened after COVID, the quality and the service just really went downhill.
So City Treasurer Dan Miller tells me today that the amusement tax is 10% of each ticket sold and should be paid monthly. However, HMAC's founder tells me today that he believes the tax is 10% of gross sales, but that left no funds after expenses such as insurance, bands, and staff. To avoid raising ticket prices, he says HMAC tried to refinance through grants and loans, but that failed due to the city's refusal to issue necessary permits and licenses, he says. What's more, without HMAC being issued a health license, he says the PA Liquor Control Board would not renew its liquor license. We found other documents online today that also suggest allegations of underage drinking, noise, and drugs contributed to the problem. It says the PLCB will consider renewal if HMAC meets conditions like increasing security, using metal detectors, and ID scanners.
And if people are leaving your building and then driving drunk and causing car accidents, getting into arguments that result in physical violence and or gun violence, it makes you a not great neighbor in the area. So it really started to build some negative feelings that myself as well as other folks here.
So while I wasn't able to speak with the owners or founder in person today, bottom line again here is that they really feel like they were struggling in this area, but they still have hope, looking to see if the city will continue working with them. They say if this goes into foreclosure, nobody wins. Reporting live here in Harrisburg, I'm Maxine Rose, CBS 21 News.
A local business pulling the plug, but it's not going down without a fight. The Harrisburg Midtown Art Center, known as HMAC, is sharing its side of the story today after being accused of taking and withholding taxes. The response comes after city leaders commented on HMAC's impending closure during a council meeting last night. So CBS 21's Maxine Rose spoke with the founder of this popular live venue. She joins us live in downtown Harrisburg in the Midtown area. So Maxine, my first question here, is HMAC closing?
So at this point, what we understand is that its doors are closed, but it seems to be at this point that the founder is hopeful there can be a resolution here. So there's no foreclosure just yet, but there could be some changes in the coming days or even weeks.
What does HMAC's founder say is the reason for its potential closure?
HMAC essentially says that it was a struggling small business in a tough economy here. So it claims, that it just was struggling to keep up with some of the costs. They didn't see as many people come in, and that they essentially were trying to communicate their issues with city officials, and that they claim that city officials never really responded to them.
So are they asking the city to do anything differently now?
Well, they just want the city's attention, really. They want the city to kind of help them out, but unfortunately the city has been saying, especially last night at the meeting, that the taxes that we're talking about here, the amusement taxes or entertainment taxes, haven't been paid in 3 years by HMAC. And so the city just wants HMAC to pay that money, but HMAC says, we've been trying to reach out to you, trying to pay all of them, all of that total there, but it just hasn't been, I guess, able to.
So do the owners here have a plan for what happens next?
They say that they have tried to come up with a plan and tried to offer that to the city. So I guess the plan is really to try and just get the city to talk about that with them. But we know that there is another city council meeting, of course, coming up. So they're hoping to be there at that one and try and make their voices heard once again.
Yeah, plead their case next Tuesday at that city council meeting. Okay, thanks for clarifying all of that for us, Maxine. Appreciate it.